morning. The August 28th, 2019 meeting of the Board of Estimates is now called to order. In the interest of promoting the order and efficiency of these hearings, persons who are disruptive to the hearing will be asked to leave the hearing room. Meetings of the Board of Estimates are open to the public for the duration of the meeting. The hearing room must be vacated at the conclusion of the meeting. Failure to comply may result in a charge of trespassing. Madam Deputy Comptroller, are there any corrections, additions, or deferrals on the agenda?
Yes, sir. Good morning. For today's agenda, the board did receive a protest for pages 94 to 95, items 1 and 2, which is WC 1365, Berea Neighborhood and Vicinity Water Main Rehabilitation. That protest was received from Cohen Seglius on behalf of J. Fletcher Kramer and Son, Inc. That item, pages 94 to 95, items 1 and 2, will be moved to the non-routine agenda. We have two items that are being deferred, and those are page 116, which is being deferred to September 11th, 2019, and pages 143 to 146 is also being deferred to September 11th, 2019. In the absence of Mr. Andre Davis, City Solicitor, Ms. Dana Moore Peterson will sit. Ms. Dana Moore will sit and act on his behalf as the Deputy City Solicitor. I have the following abstentions to note. The Honorable Mayor Young will abstain on page 30, item number 1, page 63, item number 2, page 64, item number 3, page 68, item number 1, page 69, item number 4, and pages 135 to 140. The Honorable President Scott will abstain on page 30, item number 1, page 63, item number 2, page 64, item number 3, page 68, item number 1, page 69, item number 4, and pages 135 to 140. The Honorable Comptroller Pratt will abstain on page 31, item number 3, and page 46, item number 34. Mr. President and members of the board, that is the one protest we received for pages 94 to 95, items 1 and 2, which has now been moved to the non-routine agenda, as well as the two deferrals. Thank you. And the abstentions that we received. Excuse me, just one moment, please. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. We have one correction, which I did not announce, and that's for page 30, item number 1. The first word is Michael, but it's misspelled. Please delete that as it's currently spelled, which is M-I-C-H-E-L, and replace that with M-I-C-H-A-E-L, and that will now read Michael L. Swift. Thank you very much. So again, those are the changes we have today. Thank you.
Thank you. I will direct the board members' attention to the memorandum from my office dated August 26, 2019, identifying matters to be considered as routine agenda items together with any corrections and additions that have been noted by the Deputy Comptroller. I will entertain a motion to approve all of the items contained on the routine agenda.
Mr. President, I move approval of all of the items on the routine agenda.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The motion carries. The routine agenda items have been adopted. The first item on the non-routine agenda can be found on pages 94 through 95. Items 1 through 2, recommendations for contract awards rejections, DPW OEC WC 1365, Berea Neighborhood and Vicinity Water Main Rehabilitation, and the transfer of funds to cover the costs. Will the parties please come forward? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. President, Mr. Mayor, Madam Comptroller, honorable members of the board. My name is Matthew Garbark. I'm the Deputy Director of the Department of Public Works. I'm joined with Tamar Brown, the Chief of the Minority and Women's Business Opportunity Office, and to Nora Houston Burgee, who is the Chief of Contract Administration for the Department of Public Works. As it relates to Water Contract 1365, Berea Neighborhood and Vicinity Water Main Rehabilitation, the city received 2 bids, one from J. Fletcher Kramer, the other from Spinello. J. Fletcher Kramer's bid was found to be non-responsive due to it not being in compliance with MBE goals. Spinello was found to be in compliance. As a result, the department is recommending award of the contract to Spinello Companies, which is the lowest responsible bidder. I can turn it over to Ms. Brown and Ms. Houston Burgee to speak on any of the details related to the MBE non-compliance finding.
Thank you. Ms. Brown?
Good morning, President Scott, Mayor Young, and Madam Comptroller, and members of the board. My name is Tamara Brown, the Chief of the Minority and Women's Business Opportunity Office. And regarding Contract 1365, our office reviewed the bid package for J. Fletcher submitted by DPW Contracts Administration on January 1st, 2019. In accordance with Baltimore City Code Article 5, Subtitle 28, when we receive any statement of intent form, we enter the selected subcontractor's information into our database to verify the certification of on that particular occasion. The information for the subcontractor was entered exactly how it was submitted to our office, which resulted in the following finding: that M. Luis was entered on the statement of intent. M. Luis is a supplier of asphalt. Further, on the statement of intent form, the services provided were paving services, and M. Luis Products is not certified to provide paving services. They are a supplier of paving materials. So I found that as a material, that is a material issue. I cannot infer, I could not suggest that they mean another company's name, and I cannot make any implications. Only the Board of Estimates can correct any or overlook any material errors at that time. So I found that, with that being said, they did not get full credit for utilizing M. Luis Products as a subcontractor and didn't meet the MBE goal or the WBE goal. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Thank you. My name is Jackson Nichols. I'm with the law firm of Cohen Seglius. I'm here on behalf of J. Fletcher Creamer and Sons, Inc., which is the contractor that submitted the lowest bid. J. Fletcher Creamer and Sons is an established and respected contractor in this area. They provided $100 million worth of services for the city of Baltimore. When they submitted their bid, M. Luis was the term that was used, but that was actually referring to Manuel Luis Construction Company, Inc. And writing in M. Luis, regardless of how it came up in the database, for the person who is reviewing this particular contract submission, M. Luis is a common trade name that is referred to Manuel Luis Construction Company. I have a couple of people here with me. One is from Manuel Luis Construction Company, Inc. Ms. Joellen Sines, she can testify if called on, and she's provided an affidavit that she was in fact the subcontractor that prepared this portion of the bid that was submitted. She can also point out that, and I will point out here, that the same Manuel Luis Construction Company, Inc. is actually the paving subcontractor for the third lowest bid, which has been recommended for award here. So you would end up with the same company either way doing the pavement subcontracting work here. The difference that is quite material here, I think, for the board is that the lowest bid is almost $325,000 lower than it is. Now, the board has discretion to correct this. This was a minor technical defect in the bid, if even that. It's really just a case of mistaken identity here based on a shorthand shorthand name that was used to refer to Manuel Luis Construction Company by J. Fletcher Creamer when it submitted the bid. J. Fletcher Creamer regrets that there was confusion based on this, but we think that in the best interest of the taxpayers of Baltimore City, it would be in the best interest of the board and the taxpayers to save the city a substantial amount of money on this contract by awarding it to the lowest bidder and correcting this minor technical defect.
Questions?
Can I
Director Chow?
Thank you. First of all, I guess if you, on the MW form, if you just simply stated M. Lewis, that would have been different. In this case, you stated M. Lewis Products LLC. That was very specific. Now, I would say, certainly from a city perspective, and we end up paying extra $300,000+ due to an error on your part or your client's part. I would just suggest that perhaps J. Fletcher Kramer should be more careful with their submittals going forward. I mean, you shouldn't leave up to the board to make this type of interpretation. Was very explicit, says M. Lewis Products.
We did not name product.
I would point out, with me is David Koger, who actually prepared the bid, and my understanding from him is that I'm not sure which portion of the form you're referring to, but what we submitted with our bid protest in February was the actual form that was provided, and it states for the name of the MB, it just says M. Luis, which is the proper trade name. But I'd be happy to look at whatever it is you see.
He is correct. M. Luis was entered. I will provide you with a copy of when M. Luis is entered into our database, this is the results, and versus what Manuel Luis is. When that is entered, I have several copies. Here's a copy for you as well. Let me give a copy to the board members. I also pulled the data from the state of Maryland's registration for businesses, and you will see that Manuel Luis Products and Manuel Luis Construction are two separate entities, also listed in the directory with the state of Maryland. So, so that is part of the error. It would take our office to interpret what they mean, what a company means, and while it would be in favor of J. Fletcher Creamer, in an instance, it may not be favorable for someone. If we begin to interpret bid documentation, that is not our place. We have to enter it exactly how it is. We didn't receive both bid packages at the same time. They're submitted at different times. Ms. Houston Burgee, her office, Contracts Administration, actually does a preliminary compliance review prior to submitting it to us, and they submit a recommendation. Now, while that does not sway our decision, it's an independent review. Her review was identical. So it was a problem that occurred twice in two separate offices at two different times. And she has copies of her review where they came up with the same resolution. Again, that is an independent finding. We do a completely separate review, and then we review what we've been submitted by the DPW Contract Administration, and we've never really had any differences in our finding, and it was consistent in both offices.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board? I will entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I would move, having heard the presentations of both MBU and Counsel Jackson Nichols, plus the documents that were just handed to us, it appears very clear that there are two separate companies, and a mistake was made. It was a mistake that clearly has consequences and impact. Names do matter. We've got to get them right. I have a name that is shared by someone else in the city of Baltimore, and people are learning the hard way that when they send an email to me, confidential, and they don't have it right, it goes to someone who's not supposed to have it. So we've gone to great lengths to try to correct that. I've even kind of changed my name. It's now law.Dana P. Moore. All that to say, names matter. There was a mistake that was made here. It's one that obviously has impact. Regretfully, we very much appreciate all of the work that your company has done. Of course, M. Luis, you can't go around Baltimore and not see their trucks and their contractors very, very hard at work, and we appreciate everything. But based on the submissions that have been made today, the history and the importance of MBU, my motion is that the protest, though well heard, be denied.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving this say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. The motion carries. Thank you. As there is no more business before the board, we will recess until bid opening at 12 noon. The board will also be at recess September the 4th. 2019. We will reconvene September 11th, 2019. Have a happy and safe Labor Day. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon. The board is now in session for the receiving and opening of bids. I have the following addendum to note. Department of Public Works, WC 1403, Urgent Need Water Infrastructure Rehabilitation and Improvements, Phase 2, Fiscal Year 20. Please change the bid due date from August the 28th, 2019 to September the 11th, 2019.
That change is noted for the record.
The first item is from the Department of Public Works, SC 997, on-call assessment and repairs of sanitary sewer mains and lateral citywide with a bid bond. The first bidder is Midas Utilities LLC with a check.
Can I get the form? Yeah, the form that I'm supposed to fill out.
Is this our form?
Okay, thank you.
With a check. With a check. Midas Utilities with a check. Total dollar amount is $6,397,605. $6,397,605. The next bidder is Spinello Companies with a bid bond. Total dollar amount is $7,330,000. $7,330,000. Next bidder is IPR Northeast LLC. With a bid bond. Total dollar amount is $7,664,317.50. $7,664,317.50. Anchor Construction Corporation. With a bid bond. Total dollar amount, $7,740,892.75. $7,740,892.75. Metra Industries with a bid bond. Total dollar amount, $11,557,240. $11,557,240.
These will be referred to the Department of Public Works for review.
The next item is the Bureau of Procurement, B50005362, Building Facilities Renovation. No bid bond is required. The name of the company is First Potomac Environment Company. Total dollar amount, $281,500. $281,500. I see it. Colossal Contractors, Inc. Total bid amount is $188,450. $188,450. The next bidder is Boulevard Contractors Corp. Last page. Last page. $247,175. $247,175. Next bidder, UK Construction and Management LLC. Total dollar amount, $329,500. $329,500.
These will be referred to the Bureau of Procurement for review.
Next is the Department of Procurement, B50005822, water bill envelopes with no bid bond. The bidder is Husky Envelope. Total bid amount, $163,782. $163,782.
This will be referred to the Bureau of Procurement.
The next item is the Bureau of Procurement, B50005844, OEM Parts and Service for Cement Tech trucks with no bid bond. The company name is Fleet Pride. Total bid amount is $312,500. $312,500.
And this will be referred to purchasing for review. Yeah.
Next item is the Bureau of Procurement, B50005850, tow trucks with carrier bid. The bidder is Beltway International LLC with a bid bond. Total dollar amount, $447,292. That's $447,292.
Yeah, just one. So that one, this will be referred to Bureau of Purchasing for review.
Item 6, B50005864, OEM Parts and Service for Quinn Generators and Electrical Equipment. No bids received. Item from the Department of Procurement, B50005884, steel products with no bid bond required. The bidder is DS Pipe and Steel Supply LLC. Total bid amount, $55,701.30. $55,701.30.
And this will go to Bureau of Purchasing for review.
There being no more bids before this board, this meeting is adjourned.